pay attention to VAT calculations today. For each journal, I will open a separate recording so that the recordings are not too long to ensure that you know how to do all these calculations. So remember, the bank debtors control and creditors control is 115% accounts because it includes the 100% of the business money plus the 15% of that. All your other assets, income and expenses will be 100% accounts and the VAT accounts are 15%. Okay, in number 1 they say inventory purchase for 92,000. So it means the total amount that we paid included the VAT. So the bank amount is then 92,000. And we have to calculate now what portion of this is the trading stock and what portion of the 92 is the VAT that we paid on the goods. So the cost price plus the VAT is 92,000. If we want to know the VAT percentage that we want over the percentage that we know times 92,000 will give me 12,000 Rand. So it means there's 12,000 Rand included in these goods, and this is an asset to me because I can claim this money back from SARS. If I want to know what is the cost price of my goods, then it means I want to work out 100. I know 115 times the 92,000, and that will give me 80,000 Rand. So the trading stock will then be 80,000. So in our bank, I have to show that we bought trading stock for 80,000 and we paid VAT on it 12,000, and that will give me the total amount that we paid, the 92,000. So for these entries, I'm going to open a separate recording for each one of them to make sure that you understand it properly. If you normally do a journal, you will add all the columns and the totals will be posted to the ledger. The trading stock account will then be debited with 80,000 because we increase our trading stock, and VAT input will be debited with 12,000 to complete that double entry. In number 2, paid 69,000 to a creditor in settlement of a debt of 75,900. So it means the total amount that we want to decrease the debtor, creditor is 75,900. Of that we pay 69,000 in cash. So it means if we deduct the two from each other, it gives me 6,900. Okay, so the amount that we paid that will go in the bank will be 69,000. We have to indicate that we are paying the creditor, and we also have to decrease the account with the 6,900. This 6,900 includes VAT. So I have to say, what is the portion that we will receive as discount? That's my income. And what proportion of this will have an effect on VAT? So in my calculation, I will show that the total amount of the discount plus the VAT is then that 6,900 Rand. Then to see what is the VAT portion, the percentage that I want, over the percentage that I know, times 6,900 will give me 6,000 Rand. And if we want the 100, over 115 times 6,900, it will give me 6,000. So it means that I will show that the creditor, we paid 69,000. We will also decrease the VAT with 900, and we will show the discount as 6,000. So we will decrease the account with the 69 plus the 6 plus the 900, and that will give me 75,900. So that is the total amount that will go to the creditor's control. So in my creditor's control, I will show that we paid 69,000, and I will credit my bank with the 69,000. Then I will show the discount was 6,000, and I will credit my discount received with 6,000. And we will indicate that we also decrease the creditor with a VAT of 900. So this total amount is the total amount that we want to decrease their account with. And I will show that the VAT input will be credited with 900. Okay, I want to explain this to you first of all. When we buy goods, we are allowed to claim the VAT that we paid on expenses or goods purchased back from SARS. That is why VAT is an asset to me. This amount is on my total purchases. So it means I say I've bought goods for 92,000, and if I pay all of it, I can claim back 12,000 from SARS. Now, if I get discount, it means that I didn't pay the full amount to the creditor. So we didn't pay for that full 12,000, so I have to show that the money that I can claim back from SARS have to decrease with 900. We can only claim what we actually paid to the creditors or what we paid out in cash. Now, if we look at this account, the 12,000 is on the debit side, the 900 is on the credit side. So it means in my VAT input column, I will show that the 900 will be deducted. So whenever there's VAT input on discount, we will deduct, and we will show it in brackets, because we will take the total amount. So we want to add all the debits and we want to subtract the credits. Okay, so that is the entry for number 2. If we do number 3, purchase equipment for 32,200. So in the bank, I will show the 32,200. That is my total amount. Then I want to see how much is the VAT on it. So the one that I want, the 15 divided by the one that I know, 115 times 32,200, and that will give me 4,200 Rand. If I want to see what is the actual price that the equipment will cost me, because I can claim back the VAT, then it means I want to work out the 100, the one that I know, divide by the one known, and I multiply it with the 32,200, and that will give me 28,000. Okay, so this money was paid out of the bank. So I will credit my bank with a 32,200 and indicate that the money in the bank decreases. And I will debit my equipment with a 32,200 to indicate that is what we paid. Then we calculated that the discount is 28,000. So under discount, we will show 28,000, and the VAT as 4,200. Okay, so for discount received, we will credit with 4,200 because that is the discount that we receive on these goods. No, that's VAT, sorry, it's not discount. This 28,000 should be here because it's equipment that we purchase. So we will take that figure to my equipment account. Okay, so I will show that the VAT input is 4,200. And I will show that the equipment is 28,000. Okay, and if I add those together, it gives me the 32,200 that I've got in the bank on the credit side. So remember, if it's a purchase that's not in a column, it will go in the sundry accounts column, and all the amounts in the sundry accounts column will be 100% amounts. Okay, if we look at number 4, purchase computer for his son's private use. So it means here the son wants to use this computer. Okay, so this is VAT excluded. So it means that 12,000 is actually worth the amount without the VAT. So if I want the VAT in this case, the one that I want over the one that I know times 12,000 will give me 1,800. So you can see here, because we wanted to know a portion of the 115, we set 100 over 115 or 15 over 115. Here the one that's known is 100. That's why we say the one that we want over the one that we know over 100. Okay, and if I want to know what is the total amount, it's the 115 divided by the 100 times the 12,000, and that will give me 13,800. So it means the total amount that we pay will actually be 13,800. And now you must be very careful. Don't go and split this discount, the VAT and the purchase price, the cost price. Because this is for his private use, it means that you can't claim that VAT back. The owner has to pay VAT on it. So it means that I will show the 13,800, the total amount, and that will go to my drawings account. Okay, so in my bank, I will show that the total amount that we paid out was 13,800, and that consists of the money that it actually cost and the 1,800. So it is the 13,800. And we will show in drawings that the owner took those goods, 12,000, and he paid VAT on it. So that means it gives you the total amount that must go in the drawings account. Now remember, you can just do this as one entry because both will go to drawings. I just wanted to point out that the owner must also pay for the 1,800 Rand VAT. Okay, if we look at number 5, paid a creditor 8,280 in settlement of his account after 10% discount was received. Okay, so now I must say, if he paid his total debt, he would pay 100%. We allow 10% discount. So the amount that we actually pay is only 90%. And we paid 8280. So I don't give you the amount of the debt, I give you the payment. So it means this 90% that we paid must go under the next to the 90% to indicate that is the amount. Then if I want to see what is the discount on this figure, I will say the one that we want over the one that we know times 8280, and that will give me the VAT on that, the discount. Okay, so this discount is 920 Rand. If I want to see what is the total debt, the one that I want over the one that I know times 8280, and that gives me 9,200 Rand. Okay, so now we know what is the total debt. So that is the amount that the creditor must be decreased with in total. So these three together must equal the total amount of 9,200. Okay, we will split it up between the different columns, and I would say the amount that we actually pay out of the bank is the 8,280. And now we've got discount, 920. So we have to calculate and see what portion of that discount is discount and what portion is VAT. So the discount plus the VAT is 115%, and that equals the 920 that we calculated. Now I have to say the VAT included in that discount, so the one that I want over the one that I know, times 920 will give me 120 Rand. And I want to see the other portion is the actual discount, so the one that I want over the one that I know, 115 times 920, and that will give me 800 Rand. So I will indicate that the VAT is 120 Rand. Now remember, the VAT input, we can't claim it back on the discount, so I will show it in brackets. Then I will show that the discount is 800 Rand. And I will show that I will decrease my creditors with the total amount. So it's the 8,280 plus the 800 plus the 120. So if I add all those together, it must give me this total amount of 9,200. If I take it to my creditors control, I will show that the amount that we paid was 8,280, and the bank will be credited with the 8,280. The discount received, we calculated as 800, so we will debit the creditor with the discount, and we will credit discount received with the 800. And then the VAT portion on that was 120, and I will show that my VAT input must decrease with 120. And because the VAT input goes on the credit side, that's why we show it in brackets, because if I balance this account now, and I just want to do this with you, and you look and you see it's 12,000 plus 4,200 minus 900 minus 120. It gives me a balancing figure of 3180. Okay, now remember the 3180. Okay, if we take these amounts here now, it's 12,000 minus the 900 plus 4,200 minus 120, and that gives me, okay, there's a mistake somewhere here, 12,000, 4,200, 920. Okay, now I get 15,180. So it means one of the places is wrong. Okay, so we're going to add the amount in the ledger again. So it's the 12,000 plus the 4,200 minus the 900 minus the 120. And that gives me 15,180. And that's what I added when I calculated that as well. So you check yourself and you make sure that the amounts that you put in your VAT input account must equal the total that you've written in your cash payments journal. And because the VAT on the discount is on the credit side of the ledger, we will show that in brackets.